Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Romance of Three Kingdoms, Famous Strategy Expansion. I'm the Mysterious JG. So Mysterious JG's personal unit, or JG Mystery's personal unit, was wiped out in the assault on Chang'an during an aggressive cavalry strike. But there's plenty more troops there, and Chang'an is still looking like it's going to fall. But JG Mystery, if he wants to get personally involved, is going to need to return to Hanzhong and get more troops. Now, in the meantime, he could send those troops to attack Tianshui, where Wulan is currently in the middle of a battle that is not going to go his way. But, in fact, it did pull troops away from Hanzhong. And in that sense, it was not a complete failure. Trying to see if there's any other cities where there are officers who are available to lead troops. Because the thing is that this big army that's attacking Chang'an has pretty much got all of our officers in this part of the country already involved. So if Hanzhong were to lead another attack, JG Mystery and Mei Ri and Fall Jaxors would all be involved. But why in the world would we use light bow? Are we out of money? I thought, let me see. Oh, maybe that city doesn't have very good, okay. Yeah, no wonder my guys wiped out so quickly. JG Mystery was probably using light troops because Hanzhong has not developed its military very much. Still, we can march out. These guys could launch an attack, but it really wouldn't do much. We'll probably just... I mean, we really need to grab Chang'an. We can worry about taking out these rest of Li Jui and Ma Teng's forces later. Liang Liang wants to persuade Ji Qing. Yan Sammy is now available because his unit was also wiped out. This is not a city I control. This is Zerfal's capital city. Now, at any old time, I could start deciding to attack Yuan Shu. It might not be a terrible idea. It could be. I'm trying to take this. I was trying to take this game slow, but it's challenging. Like letting Cao Cao absorb Yuan Shao's territory, so I can take my time and roleplay as a, you know, a young husband in ancient China, would definitely risk making this LP go a lot longer. Have you heard the report? Cao Cao marches towards us with a great host. Oh, great host? Cool, man. It sounds like we're going to have a party. With 200,000 at least, I've been told.
Bring it on, I say. They'll be tired from the journey. We should get them with a surprise attack at night.
A good plan, I'd say. You and I shall lead it, and Guan Yu will remain here.
Understood. I will protect this fortress and your family with my life.
Reading it, folks. For those who aren't watching, but listening, Liu Bei and Zhang Fei led an attack on Cao Cao's garrison, but their ambush had been foreseen.
What? There's nobody here.
We've been played. These guys are players. We shouldn't hate them. We should hate the game.
Ha ha. Did you think you could defeat me with such shallow tactics? Capture them. Don't let Liu Bei get away.
And Cao Cao, he's our ally. We're going to be friends with him forever. Ambushed by Cao Cao's army, Liu Bei and Zhang Fei's troops are crushed and both become lost in the confusion. They are lost and scared. All is lost. I can only hope they somehow manage to survive. While Cao Cao immediately invaded Zhu province, Cheng Yu tricked Guan Yu into leaving the fortress. How?
The fort is ablaze. What have I done? My promise to defend, and yet everything burns. I might as well charge to enemy lines and take Cao Cao's head if I'm to die alone.
I don't want to die alone. Well, I mean, try eHarmony, Guan Yu.
Wait. No need to be so reckless. What are you doing here? Have you come to give me a worthy fight?
Wait, I said. We know well of your bravery and valor. You would be a very welcome addition to our army. I came to recruit you on behalf of our leader.
I would rather die where I stand than surrender.
And commit 3 sins? Oh, see, I'm glad they're actually doing this properly. This is one of my favorite scenes in the novel, where Zhang Liao actually uses, like, logic and cunning, and talks Guan Yu into joining Cao Cao. Like, the notes to the novel explain it really well. Like, he doesn't appeal to Guan Yu's pride or arrogance. He appeals to a sense of duty. Commit 3 sins, your soul will find no refuge.
What 3 sins do you speak of?
The first is dying alone. Did you not make a promise to die with your brothers? If Liu Bei still lives, there is yet a chance to fulfill that promise. Liu Bei entrusted you to protect his family. Would you abandon them and commit a second sin? Lastly, you swore your loyalty to the Han Dynasty. A heroic death here would betray that loyalty. That promise, that trust, that justice, you would lose all 3. So Zhang Liao basically convinces Valley and Glory Man that if he has a valorous, glorious death here, it's actually going to be, in reality, a wholly selfish act which doesn't serve any of the things that he's sworn to protect. Which was true, and it's basically where Guan Yu is like, okay, you kind of got me here. I will join Cao Cao, but only if he swears that he will allow me to leave if I can find Liu Bei. Which is what happens.
I was mistaken. To die would be a rash decision. I will come with you for now.
You have made the right choice. So it's a weird story I'm going to go into as a side thing here, but I remember years ago working at Kinko's, possibly right after it became FedEx office. And I was kind of bored, and they had like customer service training things you could take on a computer. And I was really bored, so I took one of them during the workday. And they had these things where, like, they would play, like, you would have these, it's corporate communications. Like, have all these still photos of, like, you know, attractive-looking people in office dress of different, like, you know, ethnic backgrounds and whatnot, and giving you helpful customer service tips. Well, they are, in fact, still photos, but they are voice-acted. And then they had a series of, like, customer service scenarios where a customer would come up to you and would, like, they'd have a problem or they'd be angry or something, and then you would be given 4 multiple-choice options. And you have to pick one. And at the end, a voice would say, best choice, or not best choice. And I just distinctly remember, best choice, and not best choice. Because one of them, literally 2 of the answers were the same. It was word for word the same, because the answers appeared on screen as text, and you picked them. And it was something like, I'll see what I can do for you, sir, but they both were written out the same way. And if you click on one of them, the voice-acted response is, I'll see what I can do for you, sir. And the other one is, I'll see what I can do for you, sir. So if you pick the wrong one, a voice says, not best choice. Your attitude in that answer was not positive. Although you spoke the right words, it was apparent you did not mean them. And I was like, what the fuck, like, pre-recorded lady? This is bullshit. You didn't... You gave me text on the screen, and 2 of them were identical. So one of my weird little memories from working that job is a voice going, not best choice, or best choice, which was all brought on by Zhang Liao and saying, you have made the right choice. So, I'm sorry, that was a departure. It had nothing to do with anything, but it struck me funny.
However, I have 3 conditions of my own. I do not serve Cao Cao, but the Han Dynasty. Next, Liu Bei's family will be treated like Liu Bei himself and granted fief and protection. And murdered by Cao Cao, just as Liu Bei would be. Lastly, when the whereabouts of Liu Bei are known, I will leave for him at once. If you cannot agree to these 3 terms, I will not surrender.
Zhang Liao conveyed Guan Yu's conditions to Cao Cao.
I can agree readily to his first 2 conditions, But will he truly be serving me with the third? Do not worry. If you reward him handsomely, he will feel indebted to you. And another thing that the notes to the novel point out is that Zhang Liao probably doesn't actually believe this when he tells this to Cao Cao. But this is the best way to save Guan Yu's life, and Zhang Liao has a great admiration for Guan Yu. Your hospitality is in favor, will win his heart. Over his heart. Then let it be so. I will agree to all three of his conditions. Together with Liu Bei's family, Guan Yu surrendered and was welcomed into Zhuchang to serve under Liu Bei. It means Cao Cao, but whatever. Cao Cao tried to win over Guan Yu's loyalty with beautiful women and extravagant gifts, but his devotion would not be swayed. However, one gift perhaps changed his mind. A horse, as red and spirited like fire itself. Is this not Red Hair, the horse of Lu Bu? It was indeed. Such splendors fit only for you. I don't know what to say. I'm deeply grateful for such a gift. Wow, this is crazy. I mean, you gave me beautiful women and stuff, but a horse? Wow. What is it that impresses you about this horse that beauty and gold do not? The swiftness in which it rides. I've ridden many of the beautiful women you've given me, and they are not ride as fast as Red Hair. So when Liu Bei is found, I may reach him all the faster. Your loyalties truly are unshakable, Guan Yu. I should not have given you this horse. Meanwhile, Liu Bei, who had barely escaped with his life, sought refuge with Yuan Shao. I am very glad to see you safe. You had me worried night and day. Thank you. Would you be willing to allow me into your service? Together, you and I can restore the Han Dynasty. Together, we can defeat Cao Cao the traitor. Because Yuan Shao's thing with Liu Bei was he was a little bit uncertain about letting Liu Bei and his force let Liu Bei try to take over. But with your help, perhaps we can. The menace of Cao Cao must be stopped. I will everything in my power to help. There's a verb missing there somewhere. Though Liu Bei joined forces with Yuan Shao, neither knew what had become of Guan Yu. Guan Yu surrenders. Guan Yu is promised three things and surrenders to Cao Cao. Cao Cao gives Guan Yu red hair. The red hair. Yuan Shao escapes or accepts Liu Bei. Damn, I can't read any of this accurately. And Guan Yu and Zhang Liao get in the special bond of matchless warriors, which doesn't mean anything as far as I know. JG Mystery's impartiality raises loyalty of officers in JG Mystery. The name of JG Mystery became famous across the lands, impressing 7 officers. I don't know what our best way of, as you're the pillar of our army, Honorable JG Mystery, I shall grant you a privilege once a year. Make good use of it, and I will continue to be a vital part of our force. And then he adjusts the porn stash. I don't know what the best way is to ensure we get Guan Yu and Zhang Fei and possibly even Liu Bei in our force. Like, if we let them take over a city and then we take that city, we risk them, like, hating us forever. We probably could get Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, but not Liu Bei. Not 100% sure the best way is to resolve that situation. I'm thinking maybe we should let that force retreat before they're wiped out, in case they get captured. But I do feel like the force that pulled back to defend Tian Shui would be marching on Chang'an at this point if we hadn't done something there. Are there villages we should be placating? Guaduo is probably a good one to have. Let's give us some commerce. Chang Kang would give us population. Yeah, let's do that. Meanwhile, Huangzhong really needs to get some military going.
I wonder what Chang at, because we'll probably be moving Bobo and his super army, like his cadre of officers who follow JG Mystery around, which is Governor Bobo and then, the various other ministers. They've already built up their military somewhat. Hong Zhong just might not really ever rise to much prominence in this game, because as soon as we took it, we used it to attack Chang'an immediately. So it may not get a very long stretch as our main base. Oh, looks like Ma Teng's group had retreated. Maybe we should just back out of here before... Oh, looks like they were already defeated. Okay, well, we lost that battle. Who knows, maybe they'll have won by the time we get there. Probably not, but it's possible. They should be pretty close. So we were definitely doing okay against their army at the beginning of that. We're just not fantastic. This will be our first real chance to see more plot stuff's happening. It'll be our first chance to see our waifu in action. Mei Rui, I think her name is. She's about as important as that ninja character that Zerfal fired off screen during in Indo Way of the Ninja, pardon me. Liu Bei, who had lost Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, went to Yuan Shao for aid, as seen previously. Cao Cao holds too much power in the imperial court. As my loyalty belongs to the emperor, I cannot let this be. Please give me an army so I can defeat this usurper and free the emperor. Indeed, Cao Cao's hand has grown strong. What say the others? Oh, there's an alien attacking over there! Ah! The people are exhausted by war. Let them sow the fields with seeds rather than blood. Later, in 3 years' time, we should then deal with the menace of Cao Cao. I object. Cao Cao would use that time to become too strong to challenge. That's kind of where I'm at, but only because you guys are going to attack him prematurely and get absorbed. Otherwise, if he stalemated with you guys, I'd be in great shape, owning about 2/3 of China as I do in this game. We must strike soon. It is not too late to remove Cao Cao from power. Cao Cao, the traitor, will fall. I declare war upon them in my fabulous golden armor. Thank you for your counsel. I will grant you the army you seek. I don't know if it went exactly that way, but yeah, they basically make it feel like Liu Bei convinced Yuan Shao to attack. Many thanks. With it, I shall bring peace. With his granted army, Liu Bei and even Yuan Shao himself marched forth to challenge Cao Cao. Hearing news of Yuan Shao's movement, Cao Cao took position at the Yellow River. Cao Cao was more than happy to welcome battle, but Yuan Shao's officer Yan Liang at the vanguard would pose a problem. Report, my lord. Our soldiers are falling to Yan Liang at the front lines. The morale has fallen. Yan Liang? Is he anything like Wen Chou? That dastardly Yuan Shao. Yan Liang is quite a threat at the vanguard. Might anyone have a plan to counter him? Send me. I will deal with him. You against the notorious Yan Liang? I will crush Yan Liang like the swine he is. So I know that historically a Wu officer, or rather an officer in Sun Jin's contingent, took out Hua Zhong, I think is his name, at during the campaign against Dong Zhuo, but in the novel they changed it and made it Guan Yu. But I think the tales of Guan Yu doing battle with Yan Liang and Wen Chou may have some basis in history. Even if I ride low, I, Guan Yu, will charge his camp and spill his blood. Mix it with the cool red hairs of my horse. Sorry. Voice is failing me here. If only Cao Cao had laughed a little longer. Ha ha, bold claim, I like it. Very well, do all that you say and return a hero, for glory. Come back before the wine is cool, or whatever. For glory. Oh, this will be fully narrated, so I'll just let it play out here.
袁绍军第一猛将就是我颜良，不怕死的家伙，就放马过来吧！真是徒有虚名，曹操军不过如此。
You sound suspiciously like every bandit that I could get mugged by. Go on, you just murder some, no problem, man. Wencho, you gonna get to show up here? Oh, here's Wencho. Wencho looks a little less psychotic than Yan Liang.
颜良战死的消息十分愤怒，命令文丑出征报仇。据说杀死颜良之人赤面长髯，手持
Oh, it's Liu Bei is in the background. I'm wondering what's going on.
文丑大人，我也与您同行。
I want to be murdered by Guan Yu too.
随你吧，可不要妨碍我。燃起报仇之火的文丑来势汹汹，瞬间就击溃了曹操军的士兵。
你也是来送死的吗？
Oh, that's a pretty badass line.
胡言乱语！
Wencho, I must kill you so I can go on to kill Cao Cao as he flees Turkey.
那是啊，云长，
Oh, you.
你还活着！
You the man. After losing Yan Liang and Wenqiu, Yuan Shao was forced to retreat from Baimao.
出发！
Let us fall back to Guandu. There we will make preparations for the next battle. Oh, wasn't those the last words of Stonewall Jackson? Let us fall back behind the trees and rest in the shade or something like that? Yes, sir. The tide may be in our favor, but the enemy is strong yet. And I have a sneaking suspicion Zerftopia is not going to be my ally forever. Sorry, Yuan Shao. This war is far from over.
我收到了报告。
So Lizard Lord, fresh from having his unit wiped out at Wuchang Plains, but only after having done some damage to the enemy, is ready to build some combat training grounds, so his troops are a little stronger next time. And a message appeared that I didn't get to see, which annoys me. And Sammy... Oh, okay. He placated the city that we were trying to do. Yan Liang dies, Wenqiu dies, somebody succeeded to illness. Taishi Ci fourth constructed a stronghold because Taishi Ci is loyal to Cao Cao, very unfortunately. 7 officers, including Zhihao Sheng, had the deepest respect for JG Mystery. Vain pride effects have lowered the city's domestic attributes. What? Oh, neat! You've got stuff, you can see the effects of some of our, our rulers' personal traits and stuff. So, despotic tyranny, lowered domestic attributes. Vain pride, lower domestic attributes. Loyalty is increased among officers due to JG Mystery's impartiality. Yeah, Prime Minister JG should be having a pretty strong... With all these cities in his district and them all getting, bonuses to food and gold production, we should have a pretty substantial advantage over any other force. Well, at this size we would anyway, but as far as, harvest, 300k, income, 169k. Well, we don't have twice the income of Cao Cao. We've got twice the harvest of Cao Cao. Definitely have better revenue, much better revenue, but part of that's because his expenses are scaling up faster than his income compared to us. We've got more than double the income of Yuan Shao. And then we're not even on the same... Not even on the same scale, really, as Ma Tang or Zhang or... Though Li Jui's got some... Well, and then you get into the forces that are not really technically forces. Let me see how much time's left in this video, because I kind of lost track of when I started it. And with all the plot things, it's kind of easy to lose it in there. We've got about 5 minutes left, so we'll get a little something before we wrap up here. Because I managed to pretty much spend an entire video without JG Mystery actually getting to the battlefield. The battle's been going on without us. And Song is going to go looking around for, you know, secrets. These guys are still guarding Tian Shui. Against what, I'm not sure. It would be lovely for Ma Teng to attack out of Jin Cheng now, but my main thing is I'm concerned about the shu-han not falling because it gets reinforced. At this point, if we arrive at the battlefield, we should probably... Kuai Liang has been slain by Peng Jiwan. Alright, hold on 1 second. I'm curious who that was. So instead of starting the battle in this video, since at this point it's kind of shot now anyway, let's quick find out who Kuai Liang, and let's just see who the two guys are who were involved in that fatal exchange. Kuai Liang and Peng Juan. Well, Peng Juan we can look up right now. Kuai Liang, we're going to have to load an older save before he was murdered. Well, killed. Guy in combat's not usually referred to as murder. Kuai Liang and Peng... I've lost his name now. Peng Wan. General of the Wei Kingdom during the Warring States era. Oh man, it's one of these created officers. Became a general of Wei, but feared the more talented Sun Bin. He called himself to Wei. Oh, I guess it is... No, never mind. It is the right period. They say Warring States era. I thought they meant a different era. Framed for a... He called him to Wei, framed him for a crime, and had his kneecaps removed and his face tattooed. In revenge, Sun Bin lured the invading Peng Jun to Ma Ling, where he left him a message carved in a tree. Before Peng Juan could finish reading it, Peng Juan dies under this tree. His army was beset by arrows. Maybe he is one of those historical guys, actually. But that's an interesting portrait. It's just him being all shut up with arrows. And he killed Kuai Liang. So let's load an earlier game and see who Kuai Liang actually is. Hopefully this one's not too soon before the guy was born. I haven't done any of those videos where I just show where everybody is, because everyone's working for my force, so if anybody's really upset about that, let me know, but pretty much everyone's working for my force, so all the created officers, that is. So, Kuai Liang. Pretty sure it wasn't a created officer. If so, I apologize, because I probably should have reacted a little bit stronger than that. Minister under Liu Biao, older brother of Kuai Yui, worked as an advisor to Liu Biao. When Sun Jian attacked Jing, accepted a strategy from Lu Gong to ambush and attack with rocks and arrows, which successfully caused Sun Jian's death. So he's somebody that we picked up from Liu Biao's army when we took over Liu Biao land. Good enough. Alright guys, I'm going to call it a video there. When we come back, we will attack Chang'an again. Chang'an has been under attack this entire time. It's just that JG Mystery personally went back to get more forces to reinforce the armies that were already there. I would imagine that we can probably win the Battle of Chang'an in a single video now, but we will see. I'm Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.